Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Gaming with me, Tony Mo. We're here today, guys, kicking off the week once again with another Titanfall 2 live commentary. I'm also going to be taking the opportunity with each and every one of the live commentaries that I do going forward to work on some new camera techniques, things that are going to help me hopefully put together something much bigger. I've been talking about this something much bigger for a while now, and I'm finally making it happen. Just a matter of weird limitations with the length that my camera will record by default, limitations with lighting, and just putting the puzzle pieces together. So let's strap on the good old headset. Let's go full pilot mode and do something new with Titanfall 2. I know that's a daring thing to say. How do you do something new with Titanfall 2 after over a year, Tony? But I've always kind of stuck to my guns on certain items and certain weapons. So today, we're going to do something new. Let's make it happen. When I first started playing Titanfall 2, when I first started making content for the game, I spent a lot of time experimenting with all of the different weird weapons in the game. I made a lot of videos playing with things like the L-Star and the softball. It was my favorite thing to do when the game had first come out. I didn't really want to commit to any one weapon, considering for the first week of the game's release, I did actually commit to any one weapon, and that weapon was the alternator, which is why that thing is sort of my fallback for weapons that remind me of the olden days of Titanfall 2. But I am still doing live commentaries for this game. I haven't yet put down Titanfall 2. So rather than run around with my Firestar and my Stim, you know, the tried and true way that I've managed to see relatively decent success inside of Titanfall 2, I figured I'd make a personal commitment to myself. And from here on out, for as long as I play Titanfall 2 going forward, I'm going to be using the Grapple and the frag grenades. Honestly, there's a few other tacticals that I haven't really ever made use of, but these are honestly the only two items in terms of equipment and tactical that I really could care about, outside of the ones I've already become really comfortable with. Pulse Blade and, of course, Stim are two of my go-to primaries when it comes to tacticals. Everything that's left, AWOL, Cloak, those things personally really don't interest me, whereas Grapple is just another way to modify your movement, much like Stim. And the frag grenade is another very useful tool for killing people, just like the Firestar. So those are the two I'm going to be rocking and rolling with, which is why we're playing it relatively safe with the car. I don't want to get too crazy. We gotta figure out that cook time on the grenade, man. Grenades. We gotta get the cook time down so we can hot potato right in someone's face just as the hot potato goes boom, and they get covered in wonderful, glorious hot potato. There's no dirty references there whatsoever, I promise you. Kale Reagan. That's just one of those names, right? You know? That's probably one of my favorite things, actually, about streaming games on Xbox, actually on the internet as a whole, when it comes to multiplayer games, is just seeing all of the ridiculous names that people tend to come up with. Well played with the Spitfire there. Unfortunately, not really the fadeaway saving grace attempt that I was hoping to have. Grapple's, like, honestly my weakest tactical, and I think it's a damn shame that it was nerfed down to one charge, because now it's even more difficult for people like me to learn how to use this frickin' thing. At least before, when I had, you had two charges, I could fail a couple more times and really start to figure out what I needed to do well with it. But now, that's all behind us, and I'm afraid there's darker days for the Grapple users. More specifically, the Grapple users who can't use the Grapple to save their lives. You know, I shouldn't say that I'm that bad with Grapple, but I don't slingshot with Grapple. That's probably the biggest thing here, is right? The slingshot is probably your most useful tool for really projecting yourself from one side of the battlefield to the next in a hurry when you really need to, right? And that's probably my weakest thing with Grapple. I'm just not good at that. I'm much better at using it in small situations to change my course of direction, to push myself into the line of fire to engage a target. That's really where I tend to succeed. But I'm going to be honest, guys, I got to warm up in general. I mean, they're kind of locking down one specific position, which is okay with me, because once we get comfortable here, we should be able to go ahead and punish them for locking down that one specific position. We just need to make that a thing. We need to make the whole being comfortable part a thing and not get double tapped and meleeed in the face like an absolute fool. So needless to say, I could probably benefit from, you know, really just going into private matches and messing around with the Grapple, but I'd rather just fumble about during live commentaries. That's a lot more fun, if we're honest. And go from there. Oh, wow, I really thought that was another player, as in not a teammate. There we go. We're getting it down. like I said, really, in reality, I'm just rusty in general with my controls right now. It's not just a grapple thing. I'm gonna hope this tone doesn't kill us while we try and get into our Scorch here. And oh shit! So he actually walked towards me to hunt me down. Wow, I wasn't expecting that. This guy also no idea what he's doing. I gotta be honest, guys. I've been on a roll lately with good old Scorchy boy, but that's only because I've been going up against a lot of pilots. I've had a lot of instances where we're just going up against pilots, you know, where the other team gets bad rotation on their Titans, and then you're just kind of slaying them. And Scorch is, if Scorch is good at one thing, he's good at taking down pilots. There's no doubt that Tone's probably better. I could just 40mm Tone people with Tone all day long, but there's nothing quite as satisfying as a really slow lob and then smashing someone in the face with a giant ball of thermite. A ball of thermite bigger than a car, you know, just hits them like a truck. There's automobile references left and right here. So yeah, I've been having a lot of fun. I mean, Scorch has always been, you guys know, one of my favorite picks, even through all of the horrors, the instances where he's just been really bad. And I'd say he's maybe a little bit better now. I really do appreciate the ability to not have a crit spot anymore, and to also, you know, not have a situation where I can be damaged by my own thermite. There we go. That's not a bad way to come down out of the sky. You know, we can get a double here. This will be extra juicy, just the way I like it. There's no better way to have your Titanfall 2 kill streaks extra juicy. The way to go. I'm totally gonna die here. Kill Reagan's having a bad day, but unfortunately not bad enough for us to come out on the bottom there. You know, it's funny because I still get people who come to the channel, right? They either don't know me or they just stumble across a Titanfall video. And they're craving. They're craving a god, right? They just want to find that guy who's a god. They're like, why aren't you getting 1,000,000 kills? And why didn't you get 50 kills? And my god, you're really bad at this game. It's like they're addicts, you know? And I'm just kind of like, you should go watch Benchy. You know, I tell them where to go, but they're still not happy. And a lot of people, I think the most common comment I see, which is always hilarious, is like, is it really that hard to do a live commentary? And I always want to say yes. But it's besides the point, because I realize that I'm not having good matches and that I upload them anyways. And that's a huge part for me of just getting over something that used to really impede my creative process from making the type of content that I wanted to make. Really, bro? Nice try. Nice try, my friend. I'm going to get him. I'm going to get him. I'm going to get him. I'm not going to get him, but we're going to go get him. We're going to find him. There he is. Look at him. He doesn't even know. Oh, he's going to phase shift? You think phase shift's going to save you, my friend? Nothing's gonna save you. Your Tone ain't gonna save you. No one's gonna save you, ladies and gentlemen. No one's gonna save him. This pilot locking onto me though. He's gotta get lost, man. There's actually one guy hanging out way up high. So yeah, for me, you know, I could sit here and I could be really obsessive over like, oh, I gotta get the best matches I've ever had. That ship sailed a long time for me though. A long time ago for me, if I'm honest. I'm not worried about that stuff anymore, especially not like, I don't take Titanfall 2 that serious anymore. You know, there's a point in time when I did. There was a point in time when, considering the length of the new attrition matches, I could probably push out 30 kills. You know, that's probably pretty close to like the 20 kills I would get on a good day before the matches were lengthened. You know, those were my best matches, but I've never been a high score player either, mostly because I don't like know the spawns. I refuse to learn about the spawns. I don't play to the spawns, you know? That's one of the biggest issues that this game actually has, is that you can, it's not really abuse. I mean, it's just the way the game has been designed. You can know where the spawns are, and you can use that to spawn, you know, to spawn kill. I won't say it's spawn camping, but you're, you know, killing large amounts of players as they come out of spawn. It's just the way attrition kind of functions. It's an issue this game's had with spawns for a very long time, and if you really want to be a great player, quote unquote, and be, you know, on the top of the leaderboard, get crazy high kills, and that's one of the ways you're going to do it. Not saying you can't do it without that, but that's one of the ways you're going to do it. And I just don't play that way. I never have. So no, I'll never get like 50 bombs. I'll never get kill streaks like that, you know? I don't play consistently enough, and I don't play hard enough for that to happen. Just here to have a good time and talk with you guys, you know? Having some good combo. Poke some people with Scorch. Embrace the memery that is Titanfall 2 every now and then. And, you know, do weird things. Challenge yourself, right? That's probably the biggest thing, And using things that put me out of my comfort zone, like the grapple, are definitely a big part of that. I haven't used the grapple much this match, and that's okay, because really the big thing is just for me to kind of get comfortable with its existence, because I'm so used to sort of just auto-enabling, you know, stim and pulse blade, all the time I've spent with both of those abilities, and just kind of running with it. This guy's done, though. I mean, he's probably not done. We're probably gonna get team squished here because there's nobody left, but if we can at least get onto the wall here, we can make use of this to try and make a getaway here. Thank you, teammate, whoever that was, for the dope help. Oh yeah, that worked out really well. That made me happy. That was a happy kill, guys. You know, sometimes you just get those kills in Titanfall where like, that made me happy. Even if everything was just going really wrong the rest of the match, you get that one moment where shit just falls into place and you're like, yeah, that was good stuff, man. I'm all about that. Hell yeah. In the name of Game Sega. Hell yeah. Or as his diehard fans would say, it's Game Sayer, bro. God, learn how to say his name right. I'm a little bit more playful today than I normally am, if you guys can't tell. It's all in positive manner. No, I'm not being salty. If anybody thinks that. I've just been trying to have a good time today with Titanfall 2. I was just like really deeply mentally involved in trying to move the channel forward with some new ideas, you know, with just new formats and doing something bigger, even if it's like the most stressful thing I've ever done. And even if it requires me putting a lot more money into the YouTube channel, like it's just something I want to do. So when I hop on to do a live commentary like this, I'm so detached from the way I used to do live commentaries, and these are absolutely something where I'm just like trying to shut my brain off, really, like trying to make some fun content for you guys, some fun quick content, while also trying to shut my brain off and just go into like a different state of mind. Codename Cross. It sounds like a really bad NES era video game, does it not? Codename Cross. Come get your copy of Codename Cross today, now with 50 more crosses. Decipher all the codes. Find out the name. Get to the cross. Codename Cross. Available on an NES platform near you. Winter 1995. They were already like developing other platforms at that point. Actually, I forget. Like, so I think the last NES game was actually Wario's Woods, which is sort of a Tetris style game. I don't remember what year that released though. I really don't remember what year, like that was the last year for it. Nintendo's actually always been, well, I would say up until the Wii U, in terms of first party stuff, they've been really good at like long-term support for their platforms, like really, you know, like scraping the bit at what they can release before the console ends. Like, I think by the time the N64 got its last game, which I believe was like a Tony Hawk game, the PlayStation 2 was like already out and had seen like 2 of those Tony Hawk games. And the game, I remember I actually bought them because I didn't have a PlayStation 2. I had an N64. I think it was Tony Hawk's like Pro Skater 3 or 4 was the last one. And I just kept buying them and playing them, and they were so lacking in content compared to the PlayStation 2 version. I remember like longing for the PlayStation 2 version, like, oh, I wish I had that. Like, look at that, man. And then I wouldn't even end up getting a PlayStation 2, actually. I got an Xbox 360 before I got a PlayStation 2. I remember I bought a PlayStation 2 down the line to play GTA before that dropped on Xbox, and then when that dropped on Xbox, I never touched it again on the PlayStation because the PlayStation version was so inadequate compared to the Xbox version of that game, the Xbox 360 version. It was insane, the difference. Oh shit, guys! Oh, that's a stalker. You know, I've been thinking a lot about retro stuff, you know, like the games I grew up with and whatnot, and, you know, I've been cleaning off my NES, trying to get, like, my Super Nintendo and everything, like, hooked up somewhere in the living room so I could play all these games. You know, what's retro for you guys? What do you guys have some of your best memories with while we're on the topic? I don't think I left you guys with a question for the day, so rather than it just being some commentary about my rambling that's happened. What was like retro for you? I know not everybody was born in the same era, obviously. Is Xbox 360 retro for you? You know, whatever it is, let me know which platform is probably the most nostalgic for you. And if you got like a favorite game or a group of games that you played, you know, feel free to hit me up down in the comment section below. Let's get some retro discussion flowing here. That's going to be pretty relevant. If you guys have been watching the streams, I've been doing a lot of stream stuff, a lot of fun. But I've also been taking the opportunity to do some late night streams. And on those late night streams, I've been doing a lot of retro stuff. So that's been a lot of fun. You know, going back, I played the Brutal Doom mod, which is less than retro, but still retro. It works out. You know, and I'd like to do some even more retro stuff. Most of it for now, probably, you know, games that are available on Steam. Damn, man, we're just walking into these guys. This is unfortunate. I'm surprised we're winning, though. We're down a player. I'm surprised I have 20 kills, to be honest. That's the thing about the length of these new matches, right? Is like you end up with way more kills than you thought you would ever have. Shit, man. We got a hit marker on somebody. It wasn't him. I was really hoping that that cook grenade would be like it, but I just need to go practice my cook grenades. Let's see if we can't finish this out with some decent kills, I guess. I don't even know where I'm gonna go. They've got a couple Titans in the ground. I'm really surprised we won that one. I'm proud of the people on our team who stuck around, so we saw that through to victory. You know, because that was something else. I wasn't expecting that. Also, I'm curious if there's actually a guy hiding up here. No, not today. Some days, but not today. Let's just cook a couple. Could you get the beep, right? You can hear it. It's like beep, 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 beep. Oh, there we go. I was going to say, I felt like that. That felt good, man. You kind of got to feel the grenades, you know? It's like the Firestar. I've been playing with the Firestar for so long. I just kind of feel the Firestar. It's not really a matter of actually knowing where it's going to go or how it's going to go there. I just feel it. You get what I'm saying? Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it for me today. Thank you guys so much for hanging out and playing some Titanfall 2. Be sure to let me know your thoughts on the retro stuff. You know, what consoles did you guys grow up with? And if you have some of your favorite games that bring good memories to you, that are locked and loaded with nostalgia, feel free to let me know down in the comment section below. Keep an eye out, guys. More live commentaries, more awesome stuff coming to the channel in the near future. And of course, if you want to catch me over on Twitch, all the information you need is right down in the pinned comment below. Thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, remember to play smart, remember to challenge yourself, and most importantly, remember to play for fun.